Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the video, let me show you what I have to go through every time that I vacuum the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, it took more than 50 tons of fill in order for Chief to level out the part of my yard that needed leveling. And it's not all done yet. That's more than 1 million pounds of fill, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm including only a very small portion of the work that Chief did while he was here. So thank you, Chief. And I'll see you in August so that you can finish what you started. Look at this beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I see a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day. So let me show you what over 1 million pounds of dirt and rock look like. I am actually very happy with the progress that we're making here. I am done for now, and I will show you why Chief is done filling me in for the time being. So as you can see right here, let me go ahead and show you this. I'll show you all the wood that I got. I'll show you my gold mine here in a minute. So if you can see this line right here where it dips a little bit, that's where the fill started. So it started right where you can see a small divot. There's Karma. It started right here. So as I'm standing right here, right next to Karma, this was all empty. And ladies and gentlemen, you would never guess how much fill it takes to fill this in. If you can see over there, right around there, that's where that pile of pallets was that I showed you on the last video, that I told you that we're going to go ahead and fill up to that point. And look at that. That's how high we had to go. So as you can see, we went all the way to the back of this tent right here. And here in a minute, I'm going to tell you what my plans are of where I'm going to build and what I'm going to build. Right here to the back of this tent, as you can see, these are my winter tires, and they're all palleted up. Chief graciously moved them for me. So you can see that it went all the way even to the back of the tent. There's that pile of pallets there that I showed you, and you can see this is probably, at least from where I'm standing right now, we're looking at about a 7-foot, 8-foot drop from where I'm standing. So just imagine how much fill that is, how much dirt and rock that is. And we came all the way over here. So you can see it curves off a little bit over here. You can see that. Look at that. That's like really a lot. I'm really happy with it. We came over here. He filled all the way to that edge over there where you see on the other side of that pallet of wood and insulation, and he stopped right here. Well, AP, why did he stop right here? Because initially I wanted him to go all the way from there across to where it starts to go up back there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, AP ran out of money. But that's okay, because what you see here is something that I can build on. And the stack of cash that I was sitting on that I used to pay for this was just sitting there losing value. So this to me has a lot more value than whatever cash I paid to have this done. So later on in the year, probably in August or so, middle of August, give me a couple of retirement paychecks to build up a little more savings. Chief is going to come back and he's going to fill all of this in, all the way up to where you see he piled up the wood, all the way across. And then he's going to probably, if I have enough funds, build me a second driveway. That way I can come all around my property. And when he does that, I'll show everything. So this is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and get back here behind the wood. That way you can see what it looks like. Here, let me stand up here. So there you go. That's how much more property I have to work with now. So what I'm going to do is, the bunker is going to get built right around here. The bunker is going to be 12 feet wide by 20 foot long, going that way. So the length is going to go towards the back, and the width is going to be in the front. And then in this spot right here, I'm going to save this spot so that I can take my trailer and back it in nice and comfy right into that spot, leaving enough room between the trailer, the tent, and the bunker so that we can get rid of snow in the winter. Okay, that way we can clean off the trailer and still have room to walk in there and get rid of snow and throw it out back. And as you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is all of the wood that I'm going to need in order to build the bunker. What I'm going to do with it is, I am going to go ahead and build a floor out of treated plywood. And I have that over here. And boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what. I know I've talked about this before, but I sure am lucky and very happy that I purchased all this lumber last year. This lumber has been sitting in my driveway for the last 8 or so months, or maybe more like 6 or 7 months. And all of that treated plywood in the bottom, that's going to be the floor of the bunker. And then I'm going to side it with what's called T111. And that's what this is right here. This is going to be acting as the support structure for the outside sheathing and for the siding as well. I'm probably going to go ahead and stain it black. Right? And of course, here's all of the insulation that I'm going to use in the walls, in addition to some fiberglass insulation that I have located still in my driveway. So what you're looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the floor joists. These are 4x6, and that's what I'm going to use for floor joists instead of using 2x6 or 2x8. It's going to give me room to be off of square by just a tiny bit. If I am, I'm going to try to be perfectly square. All right. But it'll give me room by using 4x6s to be off of square just a little bit. And obviously it's a lot stronger and it'll hold up a lot better. And what these are 12-foot lengths, which is the width of what the bunker is going to be. So these right here are going to be pretty much my floor joists. These are going to be, these 2x12s are going to be one end of the wall, because the bunker is going to be kind of like a shed-like bunker. So it's going to have one wall that's higher than the other, and it's going to have just one roof, like a lean-to roof. So it's going to have like a lean-to roof. So I'm going to have one side of the bunker a little higher than the other. That way I can construct a lean-to roof on it. And then here's going to be the rest of my walls. These 2x6s are going to be the rest of the walls. And then everything else that I need. Now this right here, you see this roofing material that's see-through or plastic. This is going to be so that I can take that frame right there and turn it into a greenhouse. And that's probably going to go behind over here somewhere. That's probably going to go somewhere around here. All right, because that's the spot right there that gets the best kind of sun. So the building is probably going to start this week, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing I have to do is mark this and take some measurements. Then I have to go to Fairbanks to a business that sells pre-made footers. So then I'll take my footers, I'll place them where I need to place them, and then we can go ahead and start with finding square and building our floor. And then we'll take it from there. Let me go ahead and show you all how my potatoes are doing. If you remember me telling you in one of my previous videos, I had to move my potatoes. I had them all in this location right here, but Chief needed room to maneuver his dump truck and his skid steer. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I just watered them today. I haven't watered them in several days, and they're doing great. They're looking really good. Look at that. Almost all of them are coming out now. See that? We have one there that's not coming out. That one might be rotten because I overwatered it. But there's the other ones. Let's go ahead and go to the other side so I can show you where I put the other ones and how they're looking. This row over here, I think, is looking the best. Look at that. These guys are just looking really, really nice. And I have to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that were on a live stream with me a couple of weeks back, and I showed you some potatoes that I store-bought. They were like the big Idaho potatoes, the big ones that you use for baking. And they had a whole bunch of eyes on them. And you told me to bury them, to plant them. And check it out. This is them right here. These are looking really nice. So they're all of the ones that I planted, that I bought in the store as regular eating potatoes. They're all coming up. There's all of them right here. And there's the rest of them. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, back there, there's a few, at least 3 or 4 pretty good sized trees that I do have to cut into pieces. Those over there, I will be cutting because that's really good wood, and probably having Victor stack them somewhere over here on pallets. I cut up a whole bunch here the other day, and this is definitely a path that I'm going to have to clean up because it leads back to my electric pole. The rest of this, what I think I'll be doing is next year, I'm going to have Chief come out here. I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'm either going to rent, if I can find one, an industrial chipper and chip all of this. And if I can't find an industrial chipper to come out here, I won't rent one. I mean, I won't hire it done, because to hire it done, they'll charge me probably close to $4,000 just to chip this, to come back here and chip this. So I won't do that. So worst case scenario, if I can't find an industrial chipper to rent, I'll just go ahead and have Chief bury all of this back here with nothing but topsoil. So I'll probably have him put one layer of rock and soil, or rock and sand, and then on top of it have nothing but topsoil. That way over time that will all rot and go back to the ground. And as you can see over here, that's a lot of the wood that I cut over there. I did get a hold of some chaps. So I did take out my old chainsaw, and I cut probably about a quarter of a cord with the silky saw, but that's about all I could do. And then I have a whole bunch of them that are cut back there that Victor's going to take one of these pallets also and stack them. And I have probably a few pieces, probably about a pallet full that I can cut from there. And as you can see, that's the spot over there that I was cutting from before. And Victor already moved some of those. He still has about a half of a pallet to move there. So by the time I'm all done, I'll probably have enough wood to build up to probably about, I want to say probably about 6-7 cords if I process it all. And I'm going to try my best to at least process all of those big pieces over there. Chief said he's going to go ahead and lend me his wood splitter later on this year. So hopefully that'll help out as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Truly appreciate you spending a few minutes with me today. I hope you enjoyed that video on the tomato crystals that were 46 years old. I was amazed that they were still in such good shape and that they tasted as good as they did. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. Here comes Dog. Dog, come here. Say hi. Dog. Dog, say hello. You never say hello. Say hi. Ah, good girl. Good girl. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. Now I'm out. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen.